American Idol fans feel The Voice contestants have advantage. American Idol fans are talking about contestants on the current season and how some of them are not strangers to reality television. There are contestants who have been on other shows, including The Voice. When a contestant has been on The Voice and then comes over to American Idol, fans think it gives them an unfair advantage. What exactly are they saying? Keep reading to find out all the details. American Idol fans want competition to be fair. There have been many instances when a contestant on American Idol has already competed on another television show. Fans have been discussing this and feel it gives them an unfair advantage. Not only have fans come over from The Voice, but also from other shows such as X Factor and Sunday's Best. Fans talked about this growing issue on social media and said they would rather see diamonds in the rough discovered rather than having an experienced performer compete. It was brought up how two former contestants even recorded an independent album before auditioning for Idol. They were Brooke White and David Cook. There have been others as well, such as Drew, who was on X Factor. Some fans even feel that contestants are scouted by producers to audition for the show as well. While many feel this does give them an unfair advantage, it was also pointed out that a former contestant has never won American Idol. Fan favorite on American Idol was previously on The Voice. There is one contestant on this season of American Idol who previously competed on The Voice. Thunderstorm artist competed on season 18 of The Voice, which aired in 2020. Just like he has in season 23 of Idol, Thunderstorm blew away judges on The Voice almost instantly. Of course, he didn't win, but he did finish in third place. After he finished third, fans were disappointed and felt he was robbed. Now he's got even more fans cheering him on. Needless to say, this isn't his first time competing. The 29-year-old from Hawaii is now chasing his dreams in Nashville with his wife and 2 children. He already has a huge social media presence with more than 87K followers on Instagram and more than 40K on TikTok. Now, Thunderstorm has already landed himself in the top 20. He hopes to fulfill his dream and win the whole thing. He's already winning over judges and fans across the nation. Viewers will have to tune in and see if he can come out on top this time around. A special 3-hour episode aired on Sunday night in honor of Easter. It was the first ever American Idol that was completely faith-based. Thunderstorm performed Reckless Love by Corey Asbury and absolutely killed it. Gary Underwood said, "You took it to a new level. We felt the conviction and the power through you." Luke Bryan also loved the performance, saying it felt like they were all at a Christian rock concert. Lionel Richie said, "You showed up tonight in a very big place. We discovered something about you tonight." Stretch that out some more. It's safe to say he earned his top 20 spot and fans are excited for him. What did you think of Sunday night's special episode? Do you think former contestants from other shows have a bigger advantage? Stay tuned for more American Idol updates. For over 2 decades, American Idol has been the proving ground for aspiring superstars, a televised gauntlet of talent, tenacity, and teary-eyed transformations. It's the show that gave the world Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, and Jennifer Hudson. But as the music competition landscape has evolved, one lingering sentiment has taken root among American Idol loyalists. Contestants from The Voice are walking in with a head start. A wave of frustration has surfaced in fan forums and across social media as American Idol season 22 unfolds. Why? Because more and more contestants are appearing on Idol with resumes that already include stints on The Voice. These aren't just anonymous background singers or small-town dreamers. They're artists with experience under the Klieg lights, and it's sparking debate. "Wait, wasn't she already on The Voice?" reads a typical comment on TikTok beneath a recent performance. Why is Idol letting people in who've already had a shot? To be fair, the crossover isn't new. Shows like The Voice, America's Got Talent, and even X Factor have often shared contestants with American Idol. Some artists simply keep grinding, auditioning for any platform that will listen. But in recent years, Idol seems to be drawing a growing number of Voice alumni, and that's changing the nature of the competition in subtle but significant ways. The experience factor. One of the core gripes from Idol fans is the disparity in experience. Many Voice contestants are battle-hardened, having gone through several rounds of coaching, performances, and national exposure. When they land on Idol, they often come across as polished, confident, and camera-ready. Compare that to the average Idol hopeful, a teenager nervously clutching a guitar in front of Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Luke Bryan. The contrast is striking. Idol used to be about discovering raw talent, says longtime viewer Marla Jameson, 42, of Des Moines. Now we're seeing these industry-ready performers who already know how to play to the camera. It kind of feels like cheating. The visibility advantage. And it's not just the polish, it's the pre-existing fan base. Former voice contestants often bring thousands of followers with them. They're already used to self-promotion, social media strategy, and the roller coaster of televised competition. This matters more than ever in a digital era where online engagement can heavily influence a contestant's momentum. I recognized that guy from The Voice 2 years ago and followed him on Instagram, another fan tweeted during a recent Idol episode. He's already got a huge following. How is that fair? Some fans argue that American Idol's voting system, which relies heavily on viewer input, can be skewed when certain contestants come in with a fan base already intact. It's no longer just about the performance in the moment. It's about name recognition, online presence, and the social capital earned on other shows. The industry's changing rules. In fairness to the contestants, the music industry has changed dramatically since the early 2000s. Back when Kelly Clarkson auditioned for the very first season of Idol, there weren't any other platforms like this. Now it's common for artists to treat televised competitions as stepping stones, and producers are more than willing to cast them if they make good TV. In a way, it's smart, says music journalist Jenna Lang. Producers want talent that's ready to hit the ground running. If someone has already survived The Voice, they know how to perform under pressure, and they usually have a built-in narrative. That's TV gold. Still, there's something nostalgic about the idea of finding a diamond in the rough, the untrained teen from the Midwest who shocks the judges with a powerhouse voice. That Cinderella storyline is part of what made American Idol iconic in the first place. A tale of two formats. Some critics point out that The Voice and American Idol fundamentally operate on different philosophies. The Voice is centered around mentorship and performance, with less emphasis on the contestant's personal backstory. Idol, meanwhile, leans heavily on narrative arcs, turning unknowns into stars with emotional resonance. When someone comes in already polished from The Voice, it can throw off the emotional journey Idol tries to tell, notes reality TV analyst Rachel Delaney. You're not watching them grow as much as you're watching them rebrand. The difference in format also creates a different sense of fairness. The Voice doesn't have public voting until the final rounds, while Idol relies on viewers from earlier on. That dynamic makes past exposure and social media reach far more impactful. Is it time for new rules? Some fans are calling for limitations, caps on previous reality show experience, or at least some transparency around a contestant's background. Others suggest leaning into the shift, perhaps even creating a second chance season filled entirely with veterans from other shows. Jameson admits with a laugh, "But I want to root for the underdog, not someone who already had